So a little while ago, I went up to the British Motor Museum at Gaydon, and I've not had a chance to stitch these videos together. It's been a little while for the reasons I alluded to in my previous video. But yeah, this is a wonderful place. I've not been here for quite a time. Um, Apologies for the phone footage rather than the normal 4K camera. So we're in portrait, which isn't quite so good. Yeah, so it's a massive collection. I'm sure many of you know it, and it's just great to have a little look around. Um, Sort of segments, which quite self-explanatory. Um, I think here we're seeing some little sporty numbers. I think we just had a Lotus a minute ago, a little Lotus 7. But yeah, it's really good. Just off junction, I think it's junction 11 of the M40, so really easy to get to. And it's there's now two parts to it. So you've got the main hall, and then you've got the sort of Jaguar Center. And at the end of this video, you'll see a storage area above the Jaguar Center, which I think was quite magnificent. Excuse me. So it's quite good. If you pay for a ticket, you can actually go again for the rest of that year. So that's makes the trip worth it. It's open to schools, and I must add that this video is in no way sponsored by the British Motor Museum. Now, this I was fascinated by. So there's a cutaway MGB. It's not quite in half because you've got the complete prop shaft. So it's not been split exactly 50-50, but they've gone and made a nice cross section. So you can see the valves, see the pistons, gearbox. And for those interested in engineering, for children, it's really good to show them the workings of a car. Of course, these days, most cars are mainly front-wheel drive. But yeah, bit of a thing of the past to show people. And I was actually quite captivated by this. I can't remember seeing it before, but I'm sure it's been there. But yeah, really interesting cutaway. Yeah, there's also a Mini that they've done the same thing with. And I think also there's a stripped down MGA, which I'll come on to a bit later because we'll see that coming up in a bit. Anyway, I'll let you have a look for a little bit. We've got some Elvises, very, very nice indeed. Yeah, a little squash section in one corner of the museum, and you've got an Austin 1100 or 1300 kind of wedged in. Absolutely beautiful magnet. And then we've got a mezzanine level, which is devoted to Vauxhalls. And it's a really nice little area. And you've got the earliest Vauxhall, and you've got some of the modern VX models that goes right through. I'm not a massive Vauxhall fan, as you've probably gathered. Well, I have had two Vectras and one Astra in the past, but they were moderns. I just have bad memories of my uncle's Vauxhall. I can't remember which model it was, but it went quite crusty quite quickly. So pretty fair to say that rust protection on Vauxhalls isn't quite the best, especially the ones in the 60s and 70s. But yeah, this is a really nice area. Um, yeah, there's quite a few interesting models up here, so I'll let you have a little look. Yeah, a car that I do quite fancy is the Vectra. Not a Vectra, Calibra. Get it right, Robert. Yeah, I remember a friend's dad had one of these as a company car in the 90s, and it went really wrong. But I do think they're a beautifully designed car. And then we sort of get into the 70s stuff. And the quality of every vehicle, of course, it's a museum, so everything's in good quality. But they've got their own workshop there, which we'll see in a little while. Um, yeah, magnificent examples, and it's just great that these little bits of British motoring history are being preserved so well. Little VXR in the corner here. Astra GT, square and lovely. Just look at these headlights. Shoot me down, but I think this is a Forenza, and yeah, you've got the headlights and this kind of perspex screen just to blank off the front, make it more aerodynamic. That's quite a nice place to stand because you can get a good appreciation. Little podium there with the Monte Carlo winning Coopers. Another one of the Vauxhall VXs. I don't remember these taking off. Um, I think they used the Monaro engine in this one. And then we've got this ridiculously big Daimler Coupe, left-hand drive. And just wait until we go around and see the bench seat up front. It is magnificent. But what an absolute beast. And then one of my all-time favourite cars, the original Mini 61 AOK. Check I've got it right. Yes, well remembered. Yeah, so the first Morris Mini Minor, as they were called. Alec Izagonis's revolutionary design. Absolutely superb. And then next to it, the first Land Rover. So from the mid-1940s. And I have driven one of these, a 1947 example. And that is hard work, let me tell you. So moving over into the Jaguar Heritage Center. And before you get into that, you've got a workshop. And this interesting single-person car. And then I mentioned this earlier, we've got the cutaway Austin 7, I think this one is. So again, you can really appreciate Izagonis design and the trend-setting, revolutionary layout. And then we've got MG's last body on chassis. So the MGA, beautiful cars. We just see the chassis and engine here. And we can get a good appreciation of the twin cam engine. All beautiful cars these are. And now so very expensive. Have to excuse me, snortling, snuffling and coughing. Still haven't fully got rid of the COVID symptoms. Yeah, above the Jaguar Hall. So I didn't do any videos of the Jaguar Hall because that's a whole video in itself. So I'll be getting myself back there before the end of the year and making use of my ticket. But above the Jaguar Center, we've got this storage area which is open to the public. And it is full of British loveliness. Now, I haven't gone around every car in detail, but they've got so many spare. I can't believe they didn't let me take one away. So we've got a few last off the line. So this is the last off the line Maestro. Cheeky little moke in yellow. Really nice. Yeah, minors, minis, MGBs. Beautiful P6. one of the land crabs. And a Dolly Sprint. I did used to have one of those. That was a really lovely little car. And a Wolseley Princess. And I love that green that the Minis came in the late 70s. I don't know the exact name, but it's really nice 70s colour. They got some experimental cars. I think it was experimental MGB, experimental Allegro. And a Honda. Oh no, not a Honda Ballade. Triumph Acclaim. Only kidding. And an SD1 Vitesse. Look at it. Absolutely brilliant. Gorgeous TR7. Experimental Metro. And we've got a Estora. Triumph 2000 Estora. And a P5B, I think that one is. So it's got the Buick 3.5 litre engine. And you see the MGB next to a Rover 3 litre or 3.5 litre, you realise how small the MGB is, and also the GT6 as well. The car's just got so big now. And then this is where my juices start flowing. So we've got a Montego here, the last off the line, signed by all the workers. And the last Rover 200, before they became 25. And the last Rover 75. And sadly, this one's a 2 litre diesel. Although it is a lovely car. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you again soon.